Hello, I'm Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and welcome back to my official channel.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and welcome back to my official channel. So I am sitting here at my desk, staring at my computer screen, and my eyes are literally burning out of my skull. It is way too late right now. I have been typing nonstop all day long, trying to keep up with all the soap news, but the spoilers for Thursday, the 26th of March, 2026 just hit my desk, and I absolutely had to get this out to you guys immediately. I am running on pure fumes and some really stale cold coffee at this point. So please forgive any typos or weird sentences you might read here. I am just dumping all this information straight from my brain to the keyboard as fast as my fingers can move because this is huge. The Bold and the Beautiful is going totally off the rails this week, and I mean that in the absolute best way possible. But wow, just wow. The drama is reaching a boiling point, and I cannot even handle it. Let us just dive right into the deep end of the pool. We need to talk about Steffy, Forrester, Finnegan, and John Finnegan. Finn, our favorite handsome doctor. So Steffy and Finn have been going through it lately. Between all the crazy drama at Forrester Creations and the endless family feuds that never seem to stop, it is just a lot for one couple to handle. Steffy is dealing with the whole Logan versus Forrester fashion war, which is getting nastier by the minute. She is dealing with the insane receptionist drama between Melissa Dillon and Electra Forrester in her own showroom. And she is dealing with her mother, Taylor Hayes, who is acting like a rebellious hormonal teenager right now instead of a grown woman. So yeah, Steffy is stressed, beyond stressed. She is carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders, and she needs a break badly. And Finn sees this because Finn is a good, observant husband. He knows his wife is about to snap like a twig if she does not get some rest. They have the kids, little Kelly and Hayes, and they are growing up so incredibly fast. The years just fly by when you are running a fashion empire and fighting off crazy people. So they decide they need a family getaway, an overnight trip, just the four of them away from the mansion and the Cliff House. No Forrester drama, no Logan drama, no Sheila Carter lurking in the bushes, just peace and quiet and family bonding. They pack their bags, they get the kids ready. They are looking forward to just one single night of normal, boring family stuff. But this is a soap opera. So we all know a peaceful getaway is never just a peaceful getaway. Something always happens, always. The universe just will not let Steffy rest. But the real drama is not actually what happens on the trip itself. The real drama is what happens back home in Los Angeles at the Cliff House. Because when the cat is away, the mice will play. And in this specific case, the mouse is Taylor Hayes. Taylor has been living with Steffy, which is fine in theory, but Taylor has a secret, a huge, dirty, massive, scandalous secret. She is hooking up with Deacon Sharp. Yes, Deacon, the guy who is currently married to Sheila Carter, the guy who caused so much pain and suffering for her family in the past. But Taylor just cannot help herself. She is drawn to him. It is like a moth to a flame, a very dumb, careless moth who is about to burn the whole house down. So Taylor realizes she has the whole Cliff House to herself for the night. Steffy and Finn and the kids are gone. The place is empty. It is quiet. The ocean waves are crashing outside. And what does Taylor do? Does she read a nice book? Does she watch a movie on the couch? Does she catch up on her sleep? No, of course not. She picks up her phone and she invites Deacon over. She wants a roll in the bed. She wants passion. She wants to hit the sheets with the bad boy from Il Giardino, and she is doing it in her daughter's house, the very house where her grandchildren sleep. It is just so reckless and disrespectful. I can not even wrap my head around it. It blows my mind that a mother would do this in her daughter's home after being specifically warned not to. And let us just pause and think about Taylor's mindset for a second here. This is a woman who is a world-renowned psychiatrist. She literally gets paid thousands of dollars to help people make good life choices and sort out their mental health. She probably wrote books on this exact kind of destructive behavior. But when it comes to her own life, she is a total, absolute mess. She spent years and years crying over Ridge Forrester, years fighting Brooke Logan, tooth and nail, acting like she was the moral superior in every situation, the good doctor, the pure one, the victim. And now look at her. She is sneaking around with a married man, and not just any married man, Sheila's husband. It is so hypocritical. It is crazy, but it makes for amazing television. I will definitely give her that. But Steffi has warned her over and over again. Steffi literally looked her mother in the eye and said, do not do this. Steffi told Taylor she would cut her off completely. She would ban her from the family. She would stop her from ever seeing the kids again. That is a heavy, serious threat from a daughter to a mother, but Taylor does not care. Her hormones are making all the decisions now. Her brain is completely turned off. She just wants Deacon. And Deacon wants her. He says he fought it as hard as he could, but nothing is going to keep them apart. So he heads over to the Cliff House, ready for action, ready to betray his crazy wife and risk everything he has built. And speaking of the crazy wife, Sheila Carter Sharp. Oh boy. This is where things get really, really good and really terrifying. So Deacon goes to the Cliff House. He and Taylor start getting heavy. They are stripped down. They are in the bedroom. They are making out on the bed. They think they are safe. They think the doors are locked and nobody knows their dirty little secret. But Sheila is not stupid. Well, sometimes she is, but not today. Sheila decides she wants to go see Taylor. She buys a beautiful bouquet of flowers. She wants to thank Taylor again for helping her marriage to Deacon. The irony of this is just thick enough to cut with a butcher knife. Sheila bringing flowers to thank the woman who is currently sleeping with her husband. You cannot write this stuff. Wait, yes, you can. The writers just did. So Sheila walks up to the Cliff House. She has her little flowers in her hand. She is smiling her creepy Sheila smile. She knocks on the door, but nobody answers because Taylor and Deacon are a little busy in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. But Sheila does not just walk away like a normal person would. That is not what Sheila does. Sheila is persistent. Sheila is nosy. Sheila goes to the window by the door and she looks inside and boom, there it is. The shock of a lifetime. Her husband, her Deacon, the man who stood by her when everyone else in the world hated her, he is in bed with Taylor Hayes. The woman she is trying to thank, the betrayal is just astronomical. Just imagine the look on Sheila's face right in that moment. I am typing this and I can literally picture it vividly. The rage, the absolute betrayal, the gears turning in her twisted psycho brain. Sheila has literally killed people for less than this. She has shot people in dark alleys for less. She shot Steffy and Finn for crying out loud. And now she sees her husband cheating on her with Steffi's mother. In Steffi's house, it is a recipe for absolute disaster. But the spoilers say Sheila does not bust the door down right away. She watches, she lurks in the shadows, she takes it all in. She calculates her next move because Sheila is nothing if not a calculating predator. And poor Deacon, he has to hide. The spoilers hint he might hide under the bed or in the bathroom when Sheila starts making noise or knocking louder. Can you imagine a grown man, a successful restaurant owner, hiding under a bed like a scared teenager whose parents just came home early while his psycho murderous wife stands outside with a bouquet of flowers? It is hilarious, but also really, really scary because if Sheila catches him in that room, he is dead meat, literally. She might chop him up and serve him as a special at Il Giardino. I am kidding, sort of. But you never know with Sheila. She is capable of anything when she is pushed to the edge. And Taylor just pushed her right off the cliff at the Cliff House, pun intended. But let us talk about the real victim here in all this mess, Steffy, because Steffy is going to find out. The spoilers say Steffy finds out that Sheila knows the truth about the affair, and Steffy goes into a full-blown panic. And who can blame her, honestly? Steffy has severe PTSD from Sheila. Sheila shot her and left her for dead in an alley next to garbage cans. Sheila shot her husband in front of her. Sheila is a literal monster in Steffy's eyes. And Steffy has worked so incredibly hard to keep her family safe from this woman. She put up security cameras. She laid down the law. She did everything right to protect her peace. And now her own mother, her own flesh and blood, has brought the monster right back to their doorstep because Taylor just had to get laid. That is what it basically boils down to. Taylor's selfishness has put Steffy and Finn and Kelly and Hayes in direct mortal danger. Because Sheila is not going to just be mad at Deacon, Sheila is going to be furious at Taylor. And Sheila's anger always spills over onto Steffy. Steffy knows this. That is exactly why she is panicking. The walls are closing in again. The nightmare is starting all over again, and she has absolutely no control over it because her mother is an idiot. I honestly think Steffy is going to lose her mind when she gets back from that nice, peaceful family getaway and she finds out what happened in her house, in her safe sanctuary. She is going to explode like a volcano. She is going to kick Taylor out so fast, Taylor's head will spin right off her neck, Steffy told her. She warned her repeatedly. And Taylor crossed the ultimate line. There is no coming back from this at all. Taylor is going to be homeless and familyless, and she deserves it. She really, truly does. You do not mess with Sheila Carter, and you definitely do not bring that psycho mess around your innocent grandkids. Steffy is going to enforce that family ban, and Taylor is going to be crying in a hotel room wondering how she ruined her life again. But wait, I need to take a breath. My fingers are cramping up from hitting these keys so hard. Let me sip this awful cold coffee. Okay, we need to shift gears now, because there is a whole other massive storyline happening right now on the show, and it is just as messy, just in a different way. We are talking about the younger crowd: Electra Forrester, RJ Forrester, Will Spencer, Melissa Dillon, and the puppet master herself, Ivy Forrester. This whole situation is a tangled web of lies and manipulation, and it is about to blow up in everyone's faces in spectacular fashion. So let us start with Electra and RJ. Electra is heartbroken. She thinks Will moved on with Dylan completely. She thinks Will does not love her anymore. And why does she think this? Because Ivy Forrester has been playing God with these kids' lives. Ivy stole Electra's heartfelt letter to Will. Ivy put Will's broken necklace on Electra's desk to make it look like he threw it away. Ivy has been whispering in Electra's ear constantly, telling her how great RJ is, telling her to forget about Will because he is a Spencer. And Electra is falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. She is vulnerable. She is sad. She is lonely. And RJ is right there, ready to catch her when she falls. RJ is a good guy, but he is also a guy. He sees a beautiful girl who is sad and he wants to comfort her, and he has a massive crush on her. He told his grandfather Eric all about it. So RJ invites Electra over for a private dinner at the Forrester mansion. Very romantic, very fancy. They have dinner, they talk about life, they laugh, and then they decide to go for a moonlight swim in the pool. Just the two of them in their swimsuits. In the dark, warm California night, the tension is thick. The sparks are flying everywhere. You can feel the chemistry building up between them. And they get out of the pool and they are dripping wet and they are looking at each other under the stars. And it happens. They share a kiss, a real sizzling, romantic, passionate kiss. Electra is finally giving in. She is letting go of Will and she is kissing RJ. It is a huge, big moment for them, but they are not alone because Ivy Forrester is lurking in the shadows like a weird, creepy aunt. She is spying on them from the bushes or the balcony. She is watching her niece kiss her cousin. Well, not blood cousin, but still, it is weird optics. But Ivy does not care about optics. She cares about winning. And what does Ivy do? Does she just smile and walk away, satisfied that her plan is working? No. She pulls out her smartphone. She opens her camera app and she snaps a photo. She takes a clear picture of Electra and RJ kissing in their swimsuits. And then she does the unthinkable. She blasts it all over social media. She posts it to Instagram or whatever app they use in the soap world for the whole world to see. Why? Because Ivy wants to make absolutely sure that Will Spencer sees it with his own two eyes. Ivy knows that if Will sees Electra kissing RJ on the internet, he will finally give up hope. He will finally move on with Dylan. And Ivy's evil little matchmaking plan will be 100% complete. And Ivy is right. Will is going to see that photo and it is going to crush him into a million pieces. He is going to think Electra played him. He is going to think she never really loved him and just used him. And he is going to run straight into the waiting arms of Melissa Dillon. And Dylan, oh, poor Dylan. She knows the actual truth. She knows Ivy stole the letter. She knows Ivy is manipulating everyone behind the scenes. But Dylan is keeping her mouth firmly shut because she wants Will for herself. And she is terrified of losing her new receptionist job at Forrester Creations. She is choosing financial survival and a cute boyfriend over honesty. It is messed up, but people do desperate things. So Dylan and Will are going to get physical. They are going to hit the sheets because of a lie, because of a stolen letter and a posted photo. It is so tragic for Will and Electra, but let us talk about the photo itself for a minute. Because Ivy is not thinking clearly at all. Ivy is only thinking about keeping Will and Electra apart. She is acting out of petty spite. She is not thinking about the bigger picture. She is not thinking about the public optics. She is not thinking about the Forrester Creations brand reputation. And that is a huge mistake. A massive, colossal, unforgivable blunder for someone who works in fashion PR. Think about it logically. Electra Forrester, RJ Forrester, they share the exact same last name. They live in the exact same world. They are part of the exact same famous family tree, even though they do not share actual DNA blood. Eric is RJ's grandfather, and Eric adopted Ridge, and John Forrester is Eric's brother. It is a complicated, messy soap opera family tree, but to the general public, to the people buying Forrester clothes in stores, to the tabloids and the gossip blogs, they are cousins, they are relatives, and now there is a high definition photo of them making out in swimwear on the internet, blasted by their own aunt, no less. It is a total PR nightmare. It is a disaster of epic proportions. The internet is going to go crazy over this. People are going to be screaming incest in the comment sections. They are going to be calling Forrester Creations a creepy, weird family cult. The comments are going to be absolutely brutal. The hashtags are going to be trending worldwide. Hashtag Forrester incest. Hashtag kissing cousins, hashtag cancel Forrester. It is going to be awful. And who is going to have to deal with this massive mess? Steffi, when she gets back from her ruined family vacation, she is going to walk into a PR crisis on top of a Sheila murder crisis. Forrester Creations is going to have to answer difficult, uncomfortable questions from the press. The media is going to be hounding them outside the building. They will have to put out official statements explaining their complicated family tree, explaining that Ridge was adopted by Eric, explaining that they are not actually related by blood and it is totally legal and fine. But you know how the public is nowadays. They do not care about the facts or the fine print. They care about the scandal. They care about the juicy, gross gossip. The damage is going to be done instantly. The Forrester brand is going to take a huge financial hit. And it is all Ivy's fault because she couldn't mind her own business. But you know who is going to love this? You know who is going to sit back in their office chair and laugh and pop an expensive bottle of champagne? Katie Logan Spencer and Bill Spencer. Because they are currently in the middle of a massive, vicious fashion war with Forrester Creations. Katie just launched her new Logan fashion house using Eric's designs, and Brooke and Ridge tried to ruin it. They crashed her press conference. They played dirty. They tried to destroy Katie's dream in front of reporters. And Katie has been stressing out so much. She has been worried sick that her fashion house is going to fail before it even gets off the ground. But now she has the ultimate PR gift handed to her on a silver platter with a bow on top. Forrester Creations is drowning in terrible bad press. They look like a bunch of weirdos kissing their relatives in swimming pools. And Logan Fashion looks like the fresh new normal professional alternative. The public is going to turn away from Forrester out of disgust and look right at Logan. Katie is going to get all the attention, all the big department store buyers, all the good press, just by default, because her rivals are imploding from the inside out and making fools of themselves on social media. And Bill, Dollar Bill Spencer, is going to be so incredibly smug about this. He is going to rub it in Ridge's face until Ridge cries. He is going to tell Ridge his family is an absolute joke. Bill has been defending Katie this whole entire time. He told her they would win. He told her they would beat the Forresters at their own game. And now it looks like he is exactly right. But he didn't even have to do anything sneaky. The Forresters literally defeated themselves. Ivy destroyed her own family's stellar reputation just to play teenage matchmaker. It is poetic justice for the Logans. It really, truly is. I mean, just think about the boardroom meetings at Spencer Publications. Next week, Bill is going to be laughing his head off at his desk. Will Spencer is going to be there. And Will is going to be so confused and angry and heartbroken. Will works at Forrester, but his dad is fighting them. And Will just saw the girl he loves kissing RJ Forrester online. Will is going to be a total emotional mess. He might just quit Forrester Creations on the spot and go work for his dad. He might just say, forget this crazy, twisted family and join the Logans full time to get revenge. And what is Ivy going to say for herself when the dust settles? When Steffi calls her into the CEO office and screams at her at the top of her lungs. When Ridge yells at her for ruining the brand his father built, Ivy is going to try to defend it. She is going to say she was protecting Elektra from a broken heart. But nobody is going to care about her stupid excuses. You do not risk $1 billion international fashion company just to break up a teenage romance. Ivy is going to be in so much trouble. She might even get fired and escorted out of the building by security, or sent back to Australia on a one-way ticket. We can only hope. This whole week is just a masterclass in soap characters making the absolute worst possible decisions. Taylor making the worst choice with Deacon. Ivy making the worst choice with that photo. Dylan making the worst choice by keeping the secret. Elektra making the worst choice by giving up on Will so easily. It is just a massive domino effect of bad choices. And I am here for it. I am eating it up with a spoon. This is the exact kind of soap opera drama that keeps us glued to the television screen year after year. I am still typing and my hands are getting numb and tingly, but I have to keep going. I have to get all these thoughts out of my head before I forget them. Let us circle back to Sheila for a minute, because Sheila is the ultimate wild card in all of this. Sheila now has the ultimate leverage over everyone. She knows Taylor and Deacon are hooking up. What is she going to do with that explosive information? Is she going to blackmail Taylor for money or access to Finn? Is she going to blackmail Deacon? She could literally take everything Deacon owns. She could take Il Giardino right out from under him. Sheila could walk into that restaurant tomorrow and tell Deacon to sign the ownership papers over to her. Or she goes to the police or the press or Steffi. Well, Steffi is going to find out anyway, as we know. But Sheila could ruin Deacon's life completely. He has worked so hard since getting out of prison to become a legitimate, respected businessman. He built that restaurant up serving pizzas and pasta. He is proud of it. And he is going to lose it all because he could not keep his pants on around Taylor Hayes for one single night. It is pathetic, but it is also classic Deacon. He always self-destructs right when things are going well for him. And Taylor is going to have to face the physical wrath of Sheila Carter. Sheila might just decide to eliminate Taylor permanently. We know Sheila loves a good kidnapping or a good shooting in a dark alley. Taylor better watch her back everywhere she goes. She better check her car for bombs. She better not stand near any open windows or ledges because Sheila is on the warpath now. And a jealous, betrayed Sheila is the most dangerous Sheila of all time. Steffi is absolutely right to panic. Steffi is the only one in that entire family with a working brain right now. I cannot wait to see these episodes air. Thursday, March 26th is going to be an absolute banger of an episode. The fallout is going to last for months and months. The incest PR scandal, the cheating scandal at the Cliff House, the fashion war between Logan and Forrester. It is all colliding at once in a massive explosion. It is a perfect storm of drama. I am going to be glued to my TV screen with a bowl of popcorn. And I know you guys will be too. I will keep bringing you these spoilers as soon as they drop on my desk. Even if I have to stay up all night typing like a absolute maniac with no sleep. Let's talk about Daphne for a second too. The nose. She knows the truth too. She knows Ivy is a snake and a liar. And now Daphne is going to see this kissing photo online. She is going to see Forrester Creations getting dragged through the mud by the media because of Ivy. Daphne is married to Carter Walton. Carter is the COO of Forrester Creations. Carter is going to be pulling his hair out, trying to fix this PR nightmare and save the stock prices. And Daphne is going to be sitting there knowing exactly who caused it. The guilt is going to eat her alive from the inside. Carter is a good man. He wants to have a baby with Daphne. They are trying to build a happy life together. But Daphne is carrying this massive toxic secret. If Carter finds out that Daphne knew Ivy was sabotaging Will and Elektra, and that Ivy's actions led directly to this massive company scandal, Carter is going to be furious with his new wife. He might even leave her over the breach of trust. Daphne has to tell him. She has to come clean before it is too late and he finds out from someone else. But she is scared. Everyone is so scared of crossing the Forresters. And what about Eric Forrester, the patriarch, the legend, the man who started it all? He is going to open up his phone or his tablet in the morning and see his grandson, RJ, kissing his adopted brother's adopted daughter, or whatever the exact relation is on paper. It gives you a headache just trying to map it out on a whiteboard. Eric is going to be horrified and embarrassed. He built this company on elegance and grace and high fashion, not on weird kissing cousin scandals for the tabloids. Eric is going to have another heart attack. He is already dealing with Bill Spencer stealing his designs for the Logan line. This might push him over the edge. This is exactly what Bill wants to happen. Bill is a shark. He smells blood in the water. He sees Forrester Creations stumbling and tripping over their own feet, and he is going to attack. He is going to pour millions of dollars into marketing the Logan brand right now to capitalize on the weakness. He is going to tell the world that Logan is the future of fashion and Forrester is the creepy, outdated past. Bill is ruthless and cold. He does not care about family ties or history. He cares about winning the game, and right now, he is winning big time. All thanks to Ivy's stupidity. It is just wild how one little photo can change absolutely everything in an instant. One click of a button on a smartphone camera, and boom. Lives are ruined forever. Companies are threatened with bankruptcy. Relationships are shattered beyond repair. Ivy thought she was just playing a little matchmaking game, but she unleashed a monster. Just like Taylor unleashed a monster by inviting Deacon over to the Cliff House, it is all about unintended consequences. You play with fire and you get burned. And right now, everyone in Los Angeles is covered in third-degree burns, okay? Now I am really done. I have typed every single thought in my head. My keyboard is literally smoking. My coffee is completely gone, and I am exhausted. The sun is probably going to come up soon. I am going to hit publish on this massive rant and go pass out in my bed. Remember to watch the episode on Thursday, March 26th. It is going to be a day that changes everything on The Bold and the Beautiful. Seriously.